Somewhere in your kitchen right now, there is probably a banana. Maybe it is in a fruit bowl. Maybe it is in your bag. Maybe you walked past one at the grocery store this morning without giving it a second thought. Because, why would you? It is just a banana. It is the most boring, harmless, ordinary fruit on the planet. Except, it is not. It is a mildly radioactive snack that scientists have used to measure nuclear radiation exposure. There is an actual unit of measurement named after it. Nuclear physicists use it in real conversations about real radiation events. What is actually going on inside that banana? Why does eating one not kill you? And how many would you actually need to eat before things got genuinely dangerous? Stay with this one, because the answer to that last question is one of the most entertainingly absurd numbers in all of science. So, what exactly is going on with bananas? Potassium is a widely encountered element with a very small fraction of its atoms, about 0.012%, being radioactive. These potassium-40 atoms spontaneously decay, releasing electrons known as beta radiation, as well as gamma rays. Both of these are capable of doing damage to tissues. Here is the thing about potassium-40, though. It is not very radioactive at all, having a half-life of 1.3 billion years, meaning that only a few thousand atoms decay each second. A half-life of 1.3 billion years. For context, the entire history of human civilization, from the first stone tools to right now, is less than 4 million years. Potassium-40 is so stable, so slow to decay, that it has barely changed since before the dinosaurs. The radiation it releases is real. It is just released at such a glacially slow pace that your body handles it without breaking a sweat. Eating a banana actually presents more radiation exposure than standing next to a spent nuclear fuel dry cask or a nuclear power plant. Read that again. Your banana beats the nuclear power plant. By the numbers, standing outside a nuclear facility is safer, radiologically speaking, than eating your morning fruit. This is not a condemnation of bananas. It is a testament to how extraordinarily safe modern nuclear power plants are. But it is also a genuinely delightful fact that sounds completely unhinged until you understand the science behind it. So, how did scientists decide to start measuring radiation in bananas? The true origin of the banana equivalent dose is not clearly recorded in any sources. However, it is reasonable to surmise that the unit was suggested during research on radiation found in foods. The earliest known mention of the BED is from 1995, on a recorded email chain from Gary Mansfield, an employee at Lawrence Livermore National Laboratory, who found it very useful in attempting to explain infinitesimal doses and corresponding infinitesimal risks. So the banana equivalent dose, or BED, which is an incredible acronym, started life as an email. One scientist trying to explain tiny radiation numbers to non-scientists, reaching for something everyone could relate to. The banana was the answer, and it stuck. One banana equivalent dose is around 0.1 microsieverts. The radiation exposure from consuming a banana is approximately 1% of the average daily exposure to radiation. 1% of your daily radiation exposure from a banana. You are getting the other 99% from everywhere else: the ground, the building you are sitting in, the cosmic rays coming through the atmosphere, and yes, your own body. Wait, your own body? A typical adult contains around 140 grams of potassium, of which about 16 milligrams is potassium-40, making you 280 times more radioactive than a banana. You are more radioactive than the banana you are worried about. You have been radioactive your entire life. Every human being walking around on this planet is gently, continuously, completely harmlessly emitting radiation from the potassium-40 inside their own body. You are not a radioactive hazard. You are just a person made of atoms, some of which happen to be slowly decaying over billions of years. Sleeping next to someone for 8 hours yields a radiation dose of 0.05 millisieverts. This works out to half a banana equivalent dose. Sharing a bed with someone gives you half a BED of radiation. That sentence contains the word BED in it twice and means two completely different things. Science is genuinely fun when you follow it far enough. Now, what else is secretly radioactive in your kitchen? Other common foods that contain elevated levels of radioactive elements include carrots and white potatoes, which carry slightly lower levels of potassium-40. Lima beans have almost 50% more potassium-40 than bananas.
Lima beans are more radioactive than bananas. Nobody is out here warning you about lima beans. Nobody has made an alarming social media post about the potassium-40 content of your Tuesday side dish. The banana gets all the attention because it is the fruit everyone knows is high in potassium. But if you wanted to be genuinely alarmed about radioactive food, lima beans deserve equal coverage. Brazil nuts are well known for having high levels of radium-226 and radium-228, with doses that can at times be even higher than bananas. This is because Brazil nut trees have deep roots that access radium-rich soil. Potatoes also contain potassium-40, and unlike bananas, they also absorb small amounts of uranium and thorium. Some beer has trace amounts of potassium-40, not unlike other plant-derived foods. Your beer is radioactive. Your Brazil nuts are radioactive. Your potatoes contain trace amounts of uranium. The produce aisle is, by the strictest technical definition, a radiation zone, a completely harmless one, but still. Now for the question you have been waiting for. How many bananas would you actually need to eat to be in genuine danger? An acute lethal dose of radiation is approximately 35 million banana equivalent doses. 35 million bananas. In a single sitting, to prevent your body from regulating the potassium out as fast as you put it in, which it would absolutely do under normal circumstances. Your kidneys are extremely efficient at maintaining potassium balance, which means the radioactive dose from a banana is gone from your system in a matter of hours. The additional radiation exposure due to eating a banana lasts only for a few hours after ingestion, the time it takes for the normal potassium content of the body to be restored by the kidneys. The banana is radioactive. Your body fixes it before you have finished digesting it. The whole thing is over before you even think about your next meal. Let us also put the banana's radiation into perspective against things that actually give you a meaningful dose. 50 bananas would be the equivalent of the radiation dose of a dental X-ray. Eating 70,000 bananas would equal one chest CT scan. You need 70,000 bananas to match the radiation from one chest scan. You need 35 million to reach a genuinely dangerous level. The banana is so far down the list of radiation concerns that scientists basically invented a unit of measurement just to make it useful as a comparison point for things that actually matter. A medium-length flight from New York to Los Angeles would equal 400 bananas eaten in terms of radiation dose. The annual dose for a person living near the beach area of Guarapari in Brazil, the place with the highest background radiation levels on Earth, would equal 8 million banana equivalent doses per year. Your New York to Los Angeles flight gives you more radiation than 400 bananas. The people living on the highest natural radiation beach on Earth receive 8 million BEDs every single year. They are fine. You are fine. The banana is fine. A few bananas can actually trigger the radiation sensors used to detect nuclear material smuggling. A crate of bananas can set off a radiation detector at a port of entry. Somewhere out there, a customs agent has had to explain to a supervisor that the alarm was triggered by fruit. This is real. This has happened. The banana is so measurably radioactive that the machines built to catch nuclear smugglers
cannot always tell the difference between a warhead and a fruit shipment. You have been eating radioactive food your entire life. So has everyone you know. So has every human being who has ever lived, because potassium-40 has been quietly decaying inside food and inside bodies for as long as food and bodies have existed. The banana is not dangerous. The lima bean is not dangerous. Your sleeping partner is not a radiation hazard. But you are, technically, very slightly, right now, radioactive. Drop a like if this changed how you look at your fruit bowl. Subscribe for more facts that sound fake but are completely real. And leave a comment. Did you already know bananas were radioactive, or did we just ruin breakfast for you?